Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of today's GK. Let's begin with previous day's practice question. Question was, the cannabis research project recently seen in the news is an initiative of which of the following? Indian Council of Agricultural Research, Port Blair; Council of Scientific and Industrial Research, Jammu; Center for Social Forestry and Eco-Rehabilitation, Prayagraj; or Central Agroforestry Research Institute, Jhansi. The correct answer is option B, Council of Scientific and Industrial Research, Jammu. Recently, the Union Minister of State, Independent Charge, Science and Technology paid a visit to the cannabis cultivation farm of CSIR, Indian Institute of Integrative Medicine at Chatha near Jammu. The cannabis research project of the CSIR, Indian Institute of Integrative Medicine, Jammu, is the first of its kind in India in public-private partnership with a Canadian firm. The cannabis has great potential, especially for patients suffering from neuropathic problems, cancer, and epilepsy. The CSIR IIIM is the oldest scientific research institute in India with the history of discovering mint way back in the 1960s. Therefore, option B is the correct answer. Now let's begin today's session. First question is, in the Parliament of India, the purpose of an adjournment motion is to allow a discussion on a definite matter of urgent public importance, to let opposition members collect information from the ministers, to allow a reduction of a specific amount in demand for grant, or to censure the Council of Ministers for specific policies and actions. The correct answer is option A, to allow a discussion on a definite matter of urgent public importance. Recently, adjournment motion is introduced in the Parliament to draw the attention of the House to a definite matter of urgent public importance. A motion for an adjournment of the business of the House is moved for discussing a definite matter of urgent public importance with the Speaker's consent. The notice for this is to be given before 10 a.m. on a given day to the Lok Sabha Secretary General. This is not a provision available in the Rajya Sabha. The Speaker, after being satisfied that there has been adequate debate, can put up a question afterwards. Passage of an adjournment motion does not require the government to resign. Therefore, option A is the correct answer. Next question is, consider the following pairs: newspaper or journal and founder. 1. 𝐾𝐫𝐤𝐬𝐷, Bal Gangadhar Tilak. 2. Navjeevan, Mahatma Gandhi. 3. Miratul Akbar, Raja Rammohun Roy. How many pairs given above are correctly matched? Only one pair, only two pairs, only three pairs, or none of the above? The correct answer is option C, only three pairs. Recently, Bal Gangadhar Tilak's birth anniversary was celebrated. Tilak was born on July 23, 1856, a lawyer, scholar, and journalist. He ran the newspaper 𝐾𝐶𝐤 in Marathi and Maratha in English. Hence, pair 1 is correctly matched. In 1919, Mahatma Gandhi accepted the editorship of the weekly Navjeevan with the aim of inculcating the principles in the society which, according to him, were fundamental for the independence of India. Hence, pair 2 is correctly matched. Raja Rammohun Roy, who was one of the earliest pioneers of free press in India, had made Calcutta his arena of work, publishing his Persian journal Miratul Akbar. Hence, pair 3 is correctly matched. Therefore, option C is the correct answer. Next question is, what is the IUCN status of White's seahorses? Least concern, near threatened, vulnerable, or endangered? The correct answer is option D, endangered. Recently, white seahorses were released beneath the surface of Sydney's harbour, where they make themselves at home in their seahorse hotels. White seahorses are endemic to the waters surrounding Australia's east coast and were classified as endangered on the IUCN Red List in 2017 due to loss of habitat. Population monitoring by Australian scientists revealed that the population in Sydney Harbour nearly halved between 2008 and 2015, while the population on NSW's north coast fell by around 95%. The Sydney Seahorse Project is a collaboration between the Sydney Institute of Marine Science, the University of Technology Sydney, and the New South Wales Department of Primary Industries, which focuses on the conservation of the species. Therefore, option D is the correct answer. Next question is, consider the following countries: 1. Chad, 2. Myanmar, 3. Brunei. Which of the above are members of the Organization of Islamic Cooperation? 1 and 2 only, 2 and 3 only, 1 and 3 only, or 1, 2 and 3? The correct answer is option C, 1 and 3 only. Recently, the Organization of Islamic Cooperation has suspended the status of Sweden's special envoy over a string of Quran burnings in Stockholm. The Organization of the Islamic Cooperation was established in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. The membership includes Afghanistan, Algeria, Bahrain, Bangladesh, Benin, Brunei, Burkina Faso, Cameroon, Chad, Comoros, Djibouti, Egypt, Gabon, the Gambia, Guinea-Bissau, Indonesia, Iran, Iraq, Jordan, Kuwait, Lebanon, Libya, Malaysia, Maldives, Mali, Mauritania, Morocco, Niger, Oman, Pakistan, the Palestinian Authority, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, Senegal, Sierra Leone, Somalia, Sudan, Syria suspended, Tunisia, Turkey, Uganda, United Arab Emirates, and Yemen. The conference aims at promoting Islamic solidarity by coordinating social, economic, scientific, and cultural activities. Therefore, option C is the correct answer. Next question is, the Aeolus wind satellite is associated with which of the following space agencies? Indian Space Research Organization, European Space Agency, National Aeronautics and Space Administration, or Japan Aerospace Exploration Agency? The correct answer is option B, European Space Agency. Recently, the scientists prepared for first of its kind operation to crash Aeolus wind satellite on Earth. The ESA's Earth Explorer Aeolus was launched into space on 22nd August 2018 and was retired on 30th April 2023. This new satellite type has provided novel global observations of wind profiles from the surface up to 30 km altitude. Aeolus' knowledge of Earth's wind fields has led to progress in atmospheric dynamics research and weather forecasting. Therefore, option B is the correct answer. Next question is, consider the following statements. 1. India has 40 sites in the UNESCO World Heritage List. 2. India has 82 sites in the UNESCO tentative list. Which of the statement or statements given above is or are correct? 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, or neither 1 nor 2? The correct answer is option A, 1 only. Recently, the UNESCO World Heritage List was in the news. India has 40 sites in the UNESCO World Heritage List. Agra Fort, Ajanta Caves, Ellora Caves, and Taj Mahal are some of them. Hence, statement 1 is correct. And there are 52 sites in the UNESCO tentative list, out of which 6 sites were added in the year 2022. Hence, statement 2 is not correct. The inclusion of any property in tentative list is a prerequisite condition for onward inclusion in the World Heritage List. As per UNESCO Operational Guidelines 2021, only one property, either cultural or natural, can be nominated for inscription process annually. Therefore, option A is the correct answer. Next question is, consider the following statements regarding the Double Asteroid Redirection Test or DART mission. 1. It was a spacecraft designed by NASA. 2. It was carried out to demonstrate asteroid deflection. 3. It failed to collide with the asteroid Dimorphos as planned. How many of the statements given above is or are correct? Only 1, only 2, all 3, or none? The correct answer is option B, only 2. Recently, the Hubble telescope observed the boulders escaping out months after the Double Asteroid Redirection Test, that is DART mission, crashed into asteroid Dimorphos. NASA's DART mission was a spacecraft designed to test a method of deflecting an asteroid for planetary defense using the kinetic impactor technique. In simplest terms, means smashing a thing into another thing. Hence, statement 1 is correct. It was the first ever space mission to demonstrate asteroid deflection by kinetic impactor. Hence, statement 2 is correct. The DART spacecraft successfully collided with Dimorphos on 26 September 2022, altering the asteroid's orbit by 33 minutes. Hence, statement 3 is not correct. Therefore, option B is the correct answer. Next question is, recently seen in the news, the Long March 10 carrier rocket has been successfully tested by which of the following? North Korea, Japan, United Kingdom, or China? The correct answer is option D, China. Recently, China carried out a trial test on the main engine of the Long March 10, a new carrier rocket designed for manned moon landing missions. The test assessed all the requirements for the engine and provided strong support for the solidification for its technical state, the establishment of the technical baseline of the product, and improving reliability. It has a modular design consisting of a service capsule, a return capsule, and an escape tower, making it like a miniature space station on its own. The vehicle will use liquid hydrogen, liquid oxygen, and kerosene as propellants. It has a modular design consisting of a service capsule, a return capsule, and an escape tower, making it like a miniature space station on its own. Therefore, option D is the correct answer. Next question is, which of the following is a common symptom of brain fog? Enhanced mental clarity and focus, improved memory retention, heightened creativity and problem-solving skills, or difficulty concentrating and thinking clearly? The correct answer is option D, difficulty concentrating and thinking clearly. Recently, the researchers suggested the brain fog symptom associated with long COVID is equivalent to aging 10 years. Brain fog refers to a state of cognitive cloudiness or mental confusion that can affect a person's ability to think clearly and focus effectively. It in itself is not a medical condition but instead a symptom of other medical conditions. It is a term used to describe a variety of symptoms that can affect your ability to think clearly. The brain fog is characterized by confusion, forgetfulness, and a lack of focus and mental clarity. Therefore, option D is the correct answer. Last question is, consider the following statements regarding the Expected Credit Loss Framework or ECL. 1. The banks are required to classify their financial assets as stage 1 and stage 2 depending on their credit risk profile. 2. Through ECL, the banks can estimate the forward-looking probability of default for each loan. Which of the following statements is or are correct? 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, or neither 1 nor 2. The correct answer is option B, 2 only. Recently, the private sector lender ICICI Bank, the bank is ready to move to an expected credit loss framework for provisioning. Under this practice, a bank is required to estimate expected credit losses based on forward-looking estimations rather than wait for credit losses to be actually incurred before making corresponding loss provisions. As per the proposed framework, the banks will need to classify financial assets, primarily loans, as stage 1, 2 or 3 depending on their credit risk profile, with stage 2 and 3 loans having higher provisions based on the historical credit loss patterns observed by banks. Hence, statement 1 is not correct. Thus, through ECL, banks can estimate the forward-looking probability of default for each loan, and then by multiplying that probability by the likely loss given default, the bank gets the percentage loss that is expected to occur if the borrower defaults. Hence, statement 2 is correct. Therefore, option B is the correct answer. Now it's time for the practice question. The Tele-Manas helpline is often seen in the news. It is an initiative of which of the following? Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, Ministry of Home Affairs, or Niti Aayog? Send the answer of this question in the comment section. Stay tuned for the next episode. Thanks for watching.